Boy, it's a picture-perfect afternoon here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The roof is open, and it is time for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Mahomes going to put it up right away. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. 43. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Yeah, here we go.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Yeah, here we go.
At the Chiefs' 36-yard line.
Prescott now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that, and
well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Micah Parsons. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They run here with Dowdle. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Touchdown! Jalen Tolbert from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running left to give to Pacheco. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Mahomes going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21. Now here's Mahomes. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Yeah! Hey, kill!
They run again with Dowdle. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Prescott. That is caught, and he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Just the 1 touchdown in that 1st half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. But I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's into the hands of Tolbert.
Past the 20, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, here we go. I take it.
On play action, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Luke Schoonmaker
from 8 yards out.
And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs 1st down as the tackle made at the 42.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Chiefs are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly. And
Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes.
Pass taken in by Pirine. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Hits his running back, Pirine. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well.
Gets this into the hands of Samaje Pirine. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
Here's 1st and 10.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine.
And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Mahomes to throw it.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Samaje Pirine, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted and it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations. And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
This is 2nd and 8.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Prescott to throw.
This throw left side is caught by Tolbert.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here we go, kill. 26.
Throwing here, Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Down the left sideline.
And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.